What is up, guys? Joey JoJo back here again with another video. Susie, my sidekick, looks like she wants to attack me. She just wants to headbutt me. Anyways, today we are going to be doing kind of a tips and tricks video on how to get your snow machine running. One of the major tips I can give you guys on how to get your snow machine running in case you didn't winterize it or properly store it. This can also be used with fog machines. So hope you guys enjoy the video. Stay tuned.
Got a smile that's brighter than a laser light, making every single misty moment feel so right. Joey JoJo, he works at Froggy's Fog. Joey JoJo, he's the most adequate salesman of them all.
Okay, welcome back. So right now we have a snow machine right here. Unfortunately, this machine is not clogged that I'm aware of. It's my demo unit. But my trick I will give, or my tip, it will still work and you can still get the point on what I'm trying to say. So let's move this forward. So I will have a link below. This right here, this syringe, 60 milliliter, I believe. Yeah, 60 milliliter. This is a lifesaver. You can use it for fog machines. You can use it for the snow machines. I usually buy these in like big packs. I hand them out. They just work really well at what needs to, what's going to help you get this machine unclogged. So if you know anything about snow fluid is a foam. And one of the ingredients in it, when left out in the air, very similar to like a soap, it starts to gum up or gel up when it's out there in the air too long. So what happens is, if you don't properly clean out your snow machine, you don't prime the lines, or you can prime them, you can run something through it, like a product we sell, the winterizer fluid, that keeps the lines all lubed. Unfortunately, a lot of us will just take our machines, use it, shut it off, and put it away. You put this unit like in your shed where the heat changes drastically, hot, cold, that snow fluid will gum up quicker. It's kind of one of the problems you'll see with bubble machines, similar ingredients. So you'll get that same where the fluid starts to gel or gum up. And so what we can do with this unit is we are going to do two different things to unclog the line in here. So both will be using this syringe. So what we do is we unscrew this, we pull the filter out. This is a filter, very fancy filter for this unit. So we're going to unscrew it. Okay. Pull this off, slide this back. My hands are getting covered in the snow fluid. So what you might find is once you got to put this tube back on, you see that this tube has been on here for so long that it's disfigured it. So what you'll probably have to do is just snip that to get it to fit on that a little bit better once it's done. Right now I don't want to because it flares the tip out a little better. So it's going to make putting this syringe on a little easier. Another thing I usually do, I don't have any with me, is I use a silicone tube to go in between both of these, because a silicone tube can just flex a little better when pinning it on the tube here and putting it on the tip here. So let's put this on. It's going to be easier said than done. So it might take me a little bit. So before you put it on, let me tell you one other thing. Don't put it on when it's like this. So you're trying to shove the air through it. Don't put it on like this, because then it's a vacuum and you won't be able to open this up, unless that's what you're doing. Certain machines that I've had to do that, where you put it on the front of the unit and you have it closed to where you pull it so it sucks whatever fluids in the heater core or the tip out through the front of it. But the first thing you want to do is we'll start from the back side and push the air on through. So let's get this on. So let me put this here. Actually, let's put this here so I can get a little steady.
A few moments later.
Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Whew, easier said than done.
3 hours later.
Okay, 20 years later, I got it on. That's why I tend to use a silicone tube. Makes that a little bit quicker. So right now, we're just going to put this back in. I don't have any fluid. If you're having a hard time with it, we're gonna just, if we're having a hard time with it, we can then put some warm or hot water in this and feed it through. Now, when we do this, we can't just shove air through it because there's a pump in it, and that pump is closed off. So we actually have to turn on the unit to open up that pump to then push the air through. So that's what we're gonna do next. Now that I think I'm ready, I have a little bit of a shield over there so when the snow flies out, it hits that and doesn't go too crazy. Sure, it'll still blow it over. Okay, so what we're gonna do is we have this set up like this, and right now we're gonna do the first trick I'll show you, which is just air. We're just gonna push air through it. So if there's anything clogged in there, and oh my God, it came off, I will see you in 20 minutes.
1 eternity later.
All right, welcome back. If you find that you're having a hard time trying to put the tube onto the syringe, you can actually cut the syringe at an angle, slide it in, makes life a lot easier until in like 10 seconds when it falls back off. Okay, so what we're gonna do first is, before we run the hot water through, because that's kind of the next step if the air is not going through, we'll send air through it. So what we do is get it in there. So I mentioned before, you can't just push the air through because there's a pump in here. That pump's off, closing it. Gotta open it up, so we gotta turn on the pump. So we're gonna go through manual. We're going to go to manual volume. We'll turn that at 100. We're gonna go to fan speed. We can kick the fan speed all the way down to 1. We don't need the fan. Okay, so let's go back here. We're gonna turn on the unit. So the volume's at 100. So right now, it's gonna kick on, you can hear it. So what happens is when we press this, let's pull this machine back a little bit, see if it, we're going to, you can start to see a little bit come out, but we're gonna push. See, when I push, you got all that stuff that just came out. Look at that. Now, we pop this back off. It's sucking through, meaning the pump's good to go. You want to give it another little kick through or push through. There we go. Unit is cleared. Let's pull this off. We can throw this back through just for testing purposes. Let's see how quickly it goes. Sucks up some snow fluid. Okay. Wait for it. Want to get ready for this unit. Okay. Has to perk through the system. Boom. There you go. Easy peasy. So like I said earlier, you can actually cut the tip of it. Let's go up to the screen a little bit. So we took and we cut it at an angle, and that's going to help you put it on that tube. So my machine actually did have a little bit of a clog. It has been hot inside this room. This is my garage that I'm redoing, and it does get hot in here. And so this machine's in here. So the fluid already started to kind of gum up the pump. Good thing, because I got to use this machine next week. So we were able to turn the unit on. Like we said, we turn it on and we blast the air through it. Okay, so what we're going to do next is we're going to show you if it gets gummed up a little bit more than what it was before. So we will use some warm water. Okay, I'm back. I had to get some hot water, and my cat followed me back in. She's gonna get scared right now when I do the snow machine. Okay, so let's make sure this is back on because I pulled it off. It is good. Okay, so what we're gonna do is, you don't have to get super hot water. Just get some hot water out of the tap. Just fill it up. Okay, set this off to the side. Susie, you're gonna get scared. Okay, so we put this in here. Okay, doesn't want to really go in because there's pressure because the unit's not on. So let's turn the unit on. My cat's gonna get really scared. Okay. So with this, we don't want to do it as hard so your cat's scared. Sorry, kitty. Look at all that foam. Okay, we're gonna just start pushing the water through it. Okay, and that's gonna get any really stubborn. There we go. Now you can see it's kind of a mist. I don't know how good the camera picked it up, but it's a mist. meaning it was water. All right, now that we have the lines completely purged out, what you can do is take the winterizer fluid that we sell, I'll have a link below, and you can run that through it like as if it's just the snow fluid. Do not run the snow fluid back through this unit if you're gonna put it away for a while. Now, if you were gonna, you just had a clog and you need to clear it out, then put the snow fluid, run the snow fluid back through it. But if you're going to put this away, get the winterizer fluid, turn the unit on, let it suck it up, wait till it starts spitting out the front of it, you're good to go, shut it off, put it away. Snow fluid, unlike the fog fluid, I don't recommend keeping the snow fluid in the tank. Like I said, it tends to gum up easier, especially if you put it in a place where the weather changes drastically, cold, hot, like in a shed. I try to put it back in a container and save it. One other thing before we put this unit away, because it sits on top, it sits on the filter for so long, it becomes disfigured. It's good to come back through with some kind of scissors or cutters so you can put this back on. It's a nice fit. Bring the nut down, screw that on, tighten it, we're good to go. Unit is good to go. Make some snow. Anyways, hope you enjoyed this video. I've been asked to do this for quite some time now. Now, the same thing that we did with this snow machine I mentioned earlier, you can do it with the fog machine. Remember, the fog machine has to be on, the pump has to open up. Otherwise, you're just fighting against that closed pump. Other than that, if you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to place an order for anything, one of our products, you can send a email to me, joey@froggiesfog.com below, or give me a call, whatever is easier. Anyways, thank you so much for watching the video. Hope you learned something. Subscribe. See you in the next video.